We're gonna eat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got a good friend. You ready, D? Yeah. My man, Demetrius, better known as D Nice, his wife just texted him and said, "Bring me home a grub." What you think I'm gonna say that on the air, man? You know I might say anything.
I know.
So don't show me the. so D's gonna bring you some grub. Hey, keep it down over there just a little bit while I'm doing this interview, y'all. Because I know everybody's save me a plate too. Shit, I ain't that happy. What you got going on, man? Tell me what you got going on this weekend.
Well, you know it's before I tell you that, first I want to thank you for allowing me to promote what I do.
Yeah.
On your air.
You do a good job at it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How long you been in promotion?
Yo, actually since about 2000.
Wow.
A friend of mine let me do his bachelor party, and I've been took off since then.
So about 13 years.
Yeah.
I mean, going on 13 years.
Going on 13 years.
Wow. So I mean, because a lot of stuff you do, as a matter of fact, D Nice has been so gracious to give me 2 tickets for Friday and Saturday, and I give these out to whoever calls my office first. Don't put somebody knows my office number. I'll give them to you. Who do you have coming Friday? Who do you have coming Saturday?
All right. So Friday night, what we're doing is we have the school days party. That's what we call it. So we're going to take you back to the 90s, and we're going to use a good friend of mine, DJ Toji, specializes in old school music.
Okay.
We have a benefit going on for a Dell State alumni. His name is Anton, and that's going to be sponsored by the Deltas. So we're going to have fraternities, sororities, Deltas, Omegas. It's going to be a big event.
I'm saying Megas without saying Kappas. You do realize you're on a Kappa show.
I know. I only know a few Kappas, and you're the main one I know. Storm and Norman.
Do you need to know any more?
Okay. No,
you know Big John.
Oh yeah, my man Big John too. Golly. Oh yeah, and Trent.
Come on,
Joe
man.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Don't let me keep on going.
The whole crew, yeah.
Matter of fact, I know a lot of Kappas.
Yeah, but I want you to stay on. But what you're doing is an excellent thing. And then, and I think the football team, we just beat South Carolina State, so we play AMT, so it's going to be a lot of excitement.
It's going to be a lot of
Where's your party at Friday night?
It's going to be at the Great Hall, 425 North DuPont Highway, right next to Kmart.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, nice
That's
hall.
a nice venue.
It's beautiful.
Is that going to be Saturday too?
Friday and Saturday, we're in the same place.
Wow.
Nobody does that.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you get hooked into that?
Hey, it's been a lot of negotiating. People think like a promoter, all we do is put some information on Facebook and then everybody shows up. It's not like that.
Let me ask you a question. Just a little bit. Just keep it down just a little bit over there, guys. Hey, Calvin, while you eating, just keep it down a little bit. I thought you weren't going to eat it, by the way. Put the mic, you need to show him eating. He said he wasn't going to eat. He's the main one grubbing. Hey, look, but by the way, Saturday, right? I know we have Bruce, right, for the older guys.
The comedy show.
So you doing your old school on Friday or Saturday?
I'm doing it both nights. The thing about the Bruce, it starts from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So everybody right up, usually after the comedy show or any events that end early around 10, come right to the old school party.
Have you seen a change, just like in people who come to the events?
Have I seen
I mean, like as far as what they wear. I mean, because sometimes people get afraid to come in, because what a person's going to wear, like T-shirts or this and that.
Nah, this is a casual affair. It's a casual affair. So I mean,
but if you understand why I had to ask you the question.
No,
because people are watching, right?
Yeah.
And some people go to parties, right?
Right.
Either homecoming
right.
or wherever. Like I went to Gundy's party. His red carpet event, it was beautiful.
That's right.
I mean, something like that.
That's right.
I could go to
shout out to Gundy too, man. That's my man.
Yeah, I could go to that kind of stuff. Is it going to be that kind of?
Yes, exactly like that.
You understand my point? That's why I asked you.
Yes, it is. Like I said, it's going to be people from 30 and up. I'm going from 30 to 55.
Well, I won't be able to come to that because I'm a lot younger.
I'll be 56 next week. So you get to 56?
Hey, Cal, me and you go way back.
Okay,
way back.
Right.
I'm talking Uppercuts Barbershop. Yes, you can come.
Is there anything that you want to say in closing?
You know what? If you don't mind, I brought some notes.
Go ahead, say whatever you want.
Come on, you mind if I break my notes out?
No, please do.
All right. Because there's a lot of people that I want to,
You don't want to miss anyone.
I don't want to miss anyone because they will tell me.
We'll do that.
All right. First of all, the school days party is going down at the Great Hall. That's going to be October 19th. Doors open at 9 o'clock. Tickets are on sale right now. $20 in advance. I got my main man delivering tickets to you. If you need a ticket delivered, you can contact Ivan Wiggins. My boy DJ Toji will be spinning. I'm partnering up with a guy in Dover. His name is Al Roach. Does a lot of comedy shows and so forth. Also want to be aware that we're going to have a block party on Saturday. from 12 to 5. That's going to be with Teron Warren, BVD Barbershop. And I don't think if anybody knows this, a Dell State alumni, and then I'm going to let it go with that. Dell State alumni, Mike Walker, he is going to be broadcasting the game on the ticket. So if you can't make it down to the game, tune in. He's a member of HSRN, Heritage Sports Network. They're going to be broadcasting the game on 1290 The Ticket, along with Sirius Radio.
Okay. You come back. They got me a plate. You see, I'm a grub while I'm talking, right? Now, D-Nice, you got a lot of free time, man.
I
You
did.
start bringing out notes and all that. Go get your wife a plate. Take your wife a plate home.
Okay.
And we're going to talk to the insurance commissioner. Did you want to come over here and say anything, Mary? Since you're nice to me. All the brothers over there treat me bad, man. See how you treat me, man? You show me love, man. Are you Republican or Democrat?
No, John. In
Independent.
Case, I'll be a Democrat.
No, you might want him to be a Republican. Okay, you go over there and get yourself a plate.
Should I take the mic off?
No, you got to take the mic off. You can't take it home. Look, he's up here. Guess what D-Nice's question was? Can he take the mic with him? Look, I want you to take the mic home with you. Hey, look, he asked me, could he take the mic home? Yeah, come on over here, Mary.
We're not done with
Hey,
Mary.
no, well, go ahead, Cal. You guys can talk while he's getting hooked up.
Want to point out the leftover sliders. All there also. You got
Hey,
turkey, you got
Fried
chicken.
turkey sliders,
hey, look,
actually.
she got the mic, so you got to talk in the mic. Talk to her in the mic.
come
And
talk to
Steven,
me.
whatever you guys want. Go ahead.
I used to be a home economics major at P.S. DuPont High School.
Okay.
I couldn't make stuff in shop, so I got in the class with the girls. But I could cook pretty good. So what I was listening very good when he was talking about the sliders, and I like that sauce, that's cranberry and something in there. But the way he's got the spring lettuce and the turkey breast, which
that's
was,
good.
I'm gonna tell you, extremely moist, very nicely done. And I'm telling you, honey, I'm sorry that I ate the whole thing, but I did.
Hey, Steven, what do you think about that?
Plate.
All right, show
Whole
my plate. See my plate
Whole
there?
plate.
And
Gone.
it was a great meal. And I just gotta get my medicine because I'm diabetic.
Hey, Colleen, why don't you interview everyone over there real quick? Bring everybody in. Talk to everybody over there about their experience with the food real fast.
So,
Y'all get in there.
Mr. Mobley.
Well, first and foremost, this is not as good as my wife's cooking.
Okay, good.
However, I ate it anyway, so God bless the cook. It was excellent. It was excellent. Perfectly seasoned. I was surprised because it was incredibly moist, and the string beans were very good. And that stuffing is phenomenal. Go to ShopRite, definitely.
Very good.
I tried the stuffing. It's on point.
Yeah. If you're single. If you're married, then, you know, if the wife cooks
your wife
or
with you if
the
you wanna
husband
go.
cooks, yeah, you enjoy it with them.
Miss Mobley, don't hurt him. He's sorry. Steven.
The string beans were very crisp. That was my favorite part of the meal. And the turkey breast, it was delicious. Overall, it was a pretty good meal.
That's because you're all
Okay.
you're all cut up nice.
Did you have the privilege of trying the food?
No, but it looks delicious.
We have a plate. If you want a plate, we can give you a plate.
There you go.
Go ahead.
There you go. Yeah, get down.
Tell Jesus I said hello when you go to heaven on that.
Go ahead.
Well,
Good.
while
Take
you
a
watching?
plate.
Yeah.
Go
You
ahead.
see, you want to watch it? The taste. That's right. We put you on blast here.
So how is it?
Delicious. I mean,
You got it. You got it.
Let the staff get something to eat. Let me interview Mary real quick. Mary, first of all, I want to thank you. Every year for the last 3-4 years we've been together.
yeah, about 4 years.
I mean, time is flying. And you've been a part of our turkey drive.
Yes.
And one thing we really do, don't walk in front of the camera, Ben. Hold it for 1 second. I mean, I know you want to take over the show, but calm down. But and ShopRite, I'm going to give Chris Kinney and the whole Kinney family a shout out because they've been excellent. I want to give my good friend JJ Farnan a shout out because JJ has been phenomenal, and the whole Farnan family has helped us out tremendously. As a matter of fact, without them, our turkey drive would not exist.
Yes.
You do realize that.
I do.
And it's people like that. Sammy Congo, who's going to jump in this year and help out. Tony Casale, who's jumping in this year. And all the politicians and people who try to help out. But really, Tom Gordon said he's going to be involved this year.
Great.
And I think that's great. And I want to thank you. I mean, you feed the staff, and everyone during the day. I mean, you last year I think you did lunch and dinner.
Yes, we did.
I don't know, what are we going to do this year? Anything different?
We're gonna do something very similar. And Norman, you know, when you do that drive and you see those people out there working really hard and they're sweating and they're putting it out there, whatever the weather is, your team's out there doing it. And it's just such a pleasure for us to be involved with that program. And when I come out every year and serve that team, it gives me a great feeling. It is like you're giving something back to the community, and it's very important that we do that. So what you do is amazing, and what your team does just blows me away.
And you know, it's funny you bring that up. And this year, I mean, like last year, the Jefferson Council, you know, the young students from Wilmington Charter School of Wilmington, they were involved. And I was talking to Michelle Finance.
Yes.
They're going to be involved again this year. So I mean, to get students involved, I thought was tremendous. I mean, United Distributors. And
I'm sorry.
those guys have been involved for a long time. You know, when Paul Tigani was there, those guys have always been involved, and I just have always been. Now Bob Trossel. I mean, like Robert Cheney. It's so many people. You start calling out names have been involved. You know, my family always helped me out. All my brothers and sisters. You know, and that's why I think that you get a little pissed, Ben, when you get people who treat people like dogs. You know, and that's why I was talking about the young lady. And when you talk about our tax dollars, when you said the state of Delaware, so I'm paying her tax to beat up on black people. Thank you. You feel me? And you know, and I just have a problem with that. But man, thank you so very much. And I know you're going to stay a while.
I will.
As a matter of fact, why don't we put the phone number up? So if they have some questions, and you might want. Do you have a question for Ben? If you had a question for Ben Mobley, or you'll answer questions over there if somebody have a question for you. Is that okay? All right. If you have a question for Ben, the insurance commissioner, you have a question for my man Murray, you can call and ask a question.
Okay, I'll head back over
You head
there.
back over. Take your back off. Don't be like D Nice and try to take it with you.
I'll walk around the outside of the.
Hey, look, and look, man, you gave me a plate. I've been grubbing, man. I've been eating sneakily.
Right,
you know,
that's
I
the
got
way
a
to
good
do
friend, Kenny, who watches. Hey, Ken, what you're gonna see is me eating like the dessert. I mean, the vegetables.
Very, very good. Very good, Mary.
Okay, we're gonna take a call. I guess this call is for you, Ben. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Hello? Or did I hit it? Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi. My name is John Roberts, and I was just calling to ask Mr. Mobley where he stands on the Affordable Health Care Act, known as Obamacare.
Good question. Ben?
I mean, regardless of where you stand on it, the point is that the insurance commissioner's office has a duty to abide by the federal law. So if as you call it, Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, my job is to make sure that we get that information out to the folks to make sure that the state of Delaware is prepared for an insurance exchange should the law remain intact. So I think in that standpoint, it doesn't even matter where we stand on it. The point is for us is that we need to make sure that the people are aware with how it works, what the costs are, what the cost on businesses are going to be here within the state so that we can get planning so that we can bring unemployment up, especially here in the city of Wilmington where you have 10% unemployment.
How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, how are you? My son is 22, and he has his license since he's 16, but he's never drove. But I still have to pay insurance since he lives in my household, even though he's 22 and he's a student at the University of Delaware. There's no way around that without me paying for insurance for him, without him turning his license back in.
Well, no, I mean, you can always have a license. It's just whether or not you're insured to drive. I mean, obviously, we've got some people out here that have a license but don't have insurance. So, you know, the big thing is if the kid doesn't drive, you know, you take them off the policy. But if there's an opportunity where the kid is going to drive, then obviously you keep them on the policy with the clear understanding that if your child is below the age of 25, typically those rates are going to be higher because according to all the statistics out there, it tends to be that our younger youth get into more accidents than what, you know, our older drivers do. So,
did that answer your question?
The problem I have is he's never driven. He's had his license, but we still have to put him on our insurance policy, even though he doesn't drive.
Why?
I don't understand that myself.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Because he's a student at the University of Delaware and he doesn't want to drive for the time being. So for 6 years, we've been paying insurance, and he's never driven.
Okay.
They said there's no way around it. It's a state law.
Is that state law? Wow.
Well,
You know,
that's something that,
that's
well,
something.
that's something that, Mr. You need to look into. Hey,
absolutely.
thank you
I
for
will definitely
thank you
look
for
into
enlightening the insurance commission insurance commission candidate. Hey, thank you. Good question. That's why you come on Crossfire.
Yeah,
You're
wow.
gonna get quotes.
Yeah.
That's why we do Crossfire. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, this
Chef
question is for
Frank.
Mr. Mobley. I wanted to get his feelings on my insurance company has raised my rates from $131 to $146 over a 5-year period. Now, how do you? Why I have had no claims or anything. I'm a good driver, no tickets. As a matter of fact, I got all kinds of defensive driving classes. I got for the last 5 years. I've had 3 of them. The advanced defensive driving classes. So why are they raising the rates? How does he feel about that? And if he's elected, will he put an end to that where, you just can't arbitrarily raise rates? I mean, my company haven't given me a raise in 5 years. There's no raises going on with the state. So.
That's a good question, man.
Well, that's a very unfair practice. I mean, when we look at situations such as that, we say to ourselves, okay, well, why are insurance companies raising rates? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, you have people that are uninsured that get into accidents. So how are insurance companies going to collect from people that have no insurance? They collect it from the ones that do. That's part of the problem. That's something that we need to segregate. 2, the second part behind insurance rates being raised is, again, you have claims coming from different areas and different demographics, especially here within the state of Delaware, that they are asking for current insurance carriers to pay for. I personally think that it's an unfair practice. One of the things that we're definitely going to look in is that law that was mentioned tonight about having a driver's license and being forced to carry insurance. But in addition to that, I believe that in that situation, you want to make sure that you at least voice that. I'm not sure if that's going to be something that can be done, but I think that it can be voiced and that we can come to the table with insurance companies to bring that address up to them, because as of yet, I don't think that we have someone that's going to do that.
Good. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Hold for 1 second. I'm trying to get one of our students over here because they're learning, and I want them to learn how to do the telephones and answer questions. Okay?
Okay.
But go ahead. You can ask the question. Go ahead. Now you can ask. Go ahead.
Yes. 2 quick questions. First one is my homeowner's insurance. The deductible has went up since I don't have my car insurance with the same company. So I was wondering, what's your position on that? And then secondly, is there a way to create some type of database for when Delawareans take out life insurance, so that, if someone passes, the families will have a way of knowing, where the insurance is?
Well, you know what? A good friend of mine asked me that, so that's something that needs to be looked into. Obviously, with the insurance industry, the biggest problem is the fact that we don't understand how it works. So the only way that we're going to make it work is to simplify the codes, which means that we want to use some of the technology out there to make things simplistic on families.
Hold on, please.
To make things simplistic on families, to be able to understand whether or not they're getting a good deal. Same thing that we did with Kelley Blue Book in the auto insurance purchasing spot. So yes, that's something that we definitely want to take a look at, and we'll go from there.
Okay, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Just fine. First time caller.
First time on air doing this too, so it's okay.
You have a question?
Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, sure. I just want to piggyback off what Norman said.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to piggyback off when he spoke about Miss Evans from the West Center. I think a lot of them individuals need some sensitivity training, because a lot of them are very extra aggressive and mean to a lot of, not just black males, I think males in general.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not the discussion.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's not discussion.
Look at what you started, huh?
Hit that. Hold on. Hit that and say hello.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Yes, I just had a question about, there was a statement made about workers' compensation.
Ma'am, you have an echo in the background. Can you turn your TV down, please?
Yes, you just did. I'm sorry. My name is Crystal, and I recently was injured at work, and I've been going through Haiti with workers' compensation. And I know there was like a brief statement about workers' compensation in the current insurance commissioner. I would really like to know if you guys could expound upon that statement and what's going on, because it's going to affect, if it's something that can affect my family, I think other people who have workers' compensation issues should know as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely, and that's the big thing. Remember, workman's compensation right now is going to stall job growth. I mean, you have every candidate, every elected official talking about job growth, economic development. If the cost of producing a product goes up, folks, remember always the end cost of that product, once it goes on the map for you and your family to buy, will also be up. And that's the problem that you have with the workmen's compensation rates. They've gone up 43.5%. And again, this is something that could have been dealt with 4 years ago when the insurance commissioner, the current incumbent, first found out about it. She did nothing about it, waited up until 4 years later, and now in 1 month before they're set to go into effect, now all of a sudden we want to have this big old group out there to talk about what we're going to do for it. Folks, let's stop the politics, reject the rates. We know she's going to do it on November 3rd. Okay. But let's stop the stalling.
Okay, we have time for one more caller. How are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yes, good evening. My question is whether or not Mr. Ben is going to support the single-payer healthcare system supported by 32 statewide organizations when it comes to the floor in the spring. And if not, why not? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, no, I do not support the single-payer healthcare system here in the state of Delaware. I don't believe that any group of 15 should be deciding, healthcare options of a population of close to 1 million. That always opens up the door for scandal, for things to which may not always work in the consumer's best interest. To me, we've got the Affordable Care Act. How about we find out how that works first before we move on into a single payer bill here in the state of Delaware? I think that that's a issue that we need to fight hard against. I think it's a very costly issue, and in addition to that, I don't believe that, from a healthcare standpoint, from the goals that are going to be accomplished out of the single health payer system, that it's going to benefit all of the Delawareans that are out here. I think it's something that's just going to drive up the costs and increase the time that you have to see between you getting in with your doctors or not.
Thank you.
You got it.
Now back over to Chef Murray.
The first course was very delicious. The turkey was very succulent. Now I see we have a new item here. You mind explaining?
This one I think you're going to really like, Norman.
Okay.
What were you doing?
Are these like Bobby's?
Not really, because there's no stuffing on these.
Okay.
These are sliders, and what happens is later in the day, everybody's going to get hungry. The game's going to be rolling. Everybody's going to be ready for that snack. So this is a great snack for later with the leftover turkey. We made a cranberry mayonnaise with fresh cranberry sauce and mayonnaise. You just combine it in equal parts to get a great flavor. We used a little bit of field greens, and then to assemble these, you see I have some assembled, some unassembled. So what you're going to do is we just add the turkey here, as you see. We're going to put the bottom, and both sides of this have this mayonnaise on it, so you get a ton of flavor. Actually, I'm going to pass these out because you all look hungry already.
And and I want to thank the camera crew and everyone. Wayne Jefferson just called me, said sometimes that our mic system is bad, but I hope that everybody understood what I was talking about, Miss Evans and that whole crew down there at the Web Center. And don't get me wrong, I want people to do their job. You feel me? I mean, let's not get that confused. Nobody want folks to be breaking out of prison. We don't want a prison break, but we also want you to treat people humanely. And sometimes because a person is incarcerated, you don't have to treat them like dogs or animals. And some of the people down there, that's how they treat them. And most of them, because 90% of them are black men. And the problem sometimes is when a black person get a job, I know you're in the minority here, but you're my brother.
Yes.
They treat people like that. And sometimes it irritates me to no end and to see and I saw it firsthand. And that's what made me mad. So, and Miss Evans, don't forget you have a pass too, by the way. And I told Reverend Bullock, I have no problem about exposing you. So, but I'm in a good mood. Let me try some of this cake.
I have a question for Chef Murray.
Hold up, someone has a question. Look, you're supposed to be interviewing, man. Every time I see you, you got some in your hand.
I'm gonna take this one with me.
Man, take anything you want. Go ahead. Yeah.
Now I'm sure our audience wants to know: can they get this at ShopRite, or is it just for the show?
Perfect question. There's several things you can do. Oh, okay. It works. Yes, you can get this at ShopRite. The fried turkey is available in our deli counter every day, 7 days a week. We make this all the time. It sells phenomenally well. People just buy it up, and it's always available. The other items you see here, the stuffing, the green beans, the yams and apples, you can order them. We do a great job on catering. And with Thanksgiving coming, there's a couple of things we do. We have a preset Thanksgiving dinner you can buy with either turkey or ham. The other thing that we do, which is a great feature, if you buy your turkey from us, for an additional $20, we will cook your turkey for you, dress it out. We'll even carve it on the bone. So it's a great service. And for those families, you know how many families are working real hard, they're rushed, they don't have a lot of time, and in your home oven, it takes a couple hours to make a turkey.
Now, the
We do
food.
that for you.
What kind of cake is this? This cake is awesome.
That's not sweet
And
potato.
I will be working out tomorrow, Kenny.
That-
But this is some good stuff.
That cake is
This is-
I haven't tried the cake yet, but I'll be getting around
I'm going to give you a piece of cake. What this is our store-made sweet potato cake. This is what I was telling you about, where we cook down the potatoes. Everything's from scratch with our homemade cream cheese icing. It is a phenomenal item. We sell tons of it, and when this comes out, as a matter of fact, my wife told me that because she asked what I was doing for dessert. She says, I'm bringing sweet potato cake. She says, you better stop at the store on the way home and pick some up for me. So it's a great item, and we
I
love
have
it.
another question about the dinner.
Yes.
How much is the portion for a family? Like, it's a family of 4, 5, 6. How big are the portions?
In the normal dinner that we sell, the complete dinner, it's a dinner for 4. If you're going to plan your dinner, what you want to figure is in the meat, the turkey or the ham, you want to figure about a ½ pound per person. Stuffing's a little heavy. You want about 6 ounces per person. Same with the potatoes. Vegetable, about 4 ounces per person. That's the way we figure it. So when you come in and you talk to one of our catering coordinators, and we have a catering coordinator in each of our stores, when you come in and talk to them, they will help you walk through the process. Now, one of the great parts about our operation is that if you want to get more involved and you want to get fancier and you want something more elaborate, you have access to me pretty much any time. They know how to reach me, and I can sit down with you and plan out your entire program. In fact, this year we're excited because the Christina Cultural Arts Center, their black tie event on the 2nd of November, we're actually catering that event. So our catering with ShopRite is everything from a typical hoagie tray to the most elaborate thing you can want. So it's exciting.
How long would it take you on a Thanksgiving day to put all of this together?
From
On
our
average.
operation?
Absolutely.
What we do is, because we know it's coming, we have a great team in each of our stores of prep people. So we literally, when orders come in, we'll do anywhere from 25 to 40 orders per Thanksgiving per store, and we have a team that puts this together. So if you called me on, Thanksgiving's Thursday, if you called me on Tuesday and said you needed your dinner for Thursday, we would have no problem doing that. We usually ask for 48 hours.
That was my next question.
And you can sneak it in the door so that, when the in-laws and everyone comes over, I can take credit.
Well, that's the best part. I never tell where it came
Miss
from.
Mobley gonna get you. You just keep
We
on
got to think
messing
out
up.
loud.
Yeah, we never tell where it came from, so we'll keep your secret.
Very good. Very good.
Also, what I do want to talk about is we do need more turkeys for our turkey drive, and it will be November the 20th. We run it at Nor Enterprises, 1213 B Street. For more information, you could call 302-655-8250. Talk to Jack Booker, who's the new executive director there. You could talk to Herman Moffitt, who's been working with me for 100 years. Donna Brown and Kay Fitzgerald, those guys pretty much shut down the office. My sister Xanthia, my good friend Spike, I call him Spike. And all the unions Local 199. I mean, we got people who do phenomenal job. The Deltas, the Kappas, Brian McClinchy, like I said, 199. So many people volunteer. It's the biggest one-day operation. Last year we fed 2,300 people. And I always tell people the story, and I was telling my good friend Wayne Jefferson and my cousin Robbie, call him cousin. I was listening to Tom Joyner show, true story, and he was talking about Derek Coleman. Remember Derek Coleman played basketball? He gave out 100 turkeys in Chicago. Derek, and I said, dang, we just gave away 2,200 turkeys. But we do it from the heart. And this, we started doing it. We were feeding homeless people. And now this is about the 30th year. And we started out then we gave it 20 turkeys, 30 turkeys, 100 turkeys. And the Farnham family got involved. And then the Kennedys. And, it's grown into something really beautiful. And again, Reverend Bullock, I'm going to partner with Reverend Bullock this year because what he wanted to do differently is he wanted to give out coats. So we're going to give out coats and turkeys. You know, because people need, and it's going to be a cold winter, and then that's why. And you know, I kind of joke a lot, but I'm gonna say this honestly and sincerely. I totally appreciate what you do, because you don't have to do it. You understand? And you feed a lot of volunteers. This guy feeds a lot of volunteers, and we have hundreds of volunteers. And sometimes you miss people when you talk like that, and that's why the guy D Nice is good, because he has the notes, and I never carry notes. And Ben, I hope that you get more involved with the communities. First time I've really met you, you know, I wish you the best of luck. You know, and I don't front. I know it's going to be a difficult year with, you know, on Republican ticket, Democratic ticket. That's not to say that you're going to win, lose, or draw, but we appreciate any time we get some younger folks and new people out there.
That's what we need.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's exactly what we need. We need to, if we're not satisfied with leadership, it's time for us to start making a change. Keep in mind, minority communities represent 30% of the electorate, you know, in the state of Delaware. So if you're unhappy with your standard of living, you're unhappy with what you're getting from the insurance commissioner's office, regardless of party, it's time for you to start selecting new leadership.
Thank you. And we want to thank Sammy and Cherry Congo for getting involved this year, and Trippy and you guys. And let me interview my students. I want to thank you guys for coming down every weekend from Dover and doing an excellent job. I see you got your new haircut and shave and all that kind of stuff. Are you liking this experience?
It's very educational. I'm learning a lot. Really.
And what we want to help you do, Colleen, because you are you enjoying your experience so far?
I'm loving it. So
we want you guys to come over to the office. And Cal, come on over here, because sometimes you know, people take Cal the wrong way. You know, after some of my shows when you call in it, man. But I think you are who you are, and I respect the person who's staying for something, because a lot of these people stand for nothing, like the people at the web. Son, and I'm beating them up all night. Yeah, but
you know, I grew up in the projects, and I love people. And if you go up on the hilltop on 3rd Street and ask people about Mr. Cal, they tell you I give them the shirt off my back. Mm-hmm. Now, politically, I may be a little different, but I want the same goal. I want housing, fair housing. I want good jobs for my people. I want them families to get together, because I want people to be effective in the community, raise good children, and make the city what it used to be when I was a kid.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, look, and also let me give a shout out to my good friend Edie Pridgeon. Edie, happy birthday. I enjoy coming to your place. Again, I'm going to say happy birthday to my sister for the 945th time. And you know, and like I said, I want to thank Kelly for throwing the dice so great the other day. I won a couple of dollars. I went to a wine tasting. That's what, man, we need some good wine up here too, man. Yeah, we got to work that out. I don't know if I need that. And Elaine Brown told me that, bring that over here. Elaine told me that her husband drew a picture of me. So, Elaine, I need to see that. And we have an announcement. Brother to brother, this is the 5 Mile Walk, celebrating love and legacy of Ricky Hoy. Derek Ricky Hoy was a good friend of mine also. I put together one of their boxing matches. He was a hell of a boxer. Yeah, this will be Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, October the 20th, 2012. Location, Brandywine Park, Wilmington. Registration. We do a lot. And don't forget that this, and my sister always remind me, this is Breast Cancer Month. Yeah, my mother died of breast cancer, so it's very important to our family, you know, and people really need to get involved with that. So I hope you enjoy the show, and thank all the camera people. And I know I've been sitting back there, because I've been like to come and eat if he's awake, and I would put this on YouTube. So come on in here, Auburn. Come on in here. But all the people, we show nothing but love around here. This is the kind of stuff that Miss Plant taught me, so I want to spread the love. Hey, can we grab now, Mary?
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and do this thing.
And when you go to ShopRite, get that guy a hug. Give the teddy bear a hug.
We look forward to seeing everybody at ShopRite.
Hey, Wayne, man, let's get rid of some of them people in the criminal justice system, man. All right, thank you. God bless.